So I was just like gonna like do this maybe like tomorrow or not, but it did kind of get me interested. I mean, because you know it's like a college back, so you know early night and all that, what have you. And well, I was going to try and finish off the old Walking Dead season 1 since I've been meaning to pick that up, but Zexal 2 definitely led some questions after this one. It's episode 25, by the way. But Zexal, shit happened. Like, it was actually interesting. Like, it really got me excited for the first part with the whole dark Zexal, but then it really annoyed me. Like, as I say in the episode, so the first episode was like, in this episode, it was like, hey, let's show a bit off the dark Zexal, and you know, this thing has the ability to freaking create dark Zexal weapons. So I was like, okay, we've got more Zexal weapons in here. This will be quite good. And he found one like called Chimera Cloth, which was pretty actually interesting. Actually, one, it stops your negate effect, so that was you know, a bit sucky, but it can attack, and it cannot be destroyed by battle. And then once it attacks you, like and if it isn't destroyed, I believe you raise your attack to how much the opponent was. So his one was like 2600, I believe, 2600, and 2600 or 2800. I can't remember how much hopefully V has. But it was just getting attack points, and then he activated this one called Over Hundreds, which stops his monster being destroyed, and they still, but it takes battle. I think it's like just raise it to 100, but your opponent can keep attacking, and he was keep doing this, like which was pretty interesting. Like he kept doing the attack, and he was getting up to like the 40,000s. Like he was getting pretty crazy high numbers. But like Yuma had to stop it by hugging Astral and just cancel it out, because I think he had a strategy. I'm not sure if it was just going to him go crazy, but apparently if he attacked one more time, even though he's at 500, he would have lost. Which the his effect monster's attack came into fruition, and he only had 100 left, and then he chaosed it into another monster, which like one destroyed his spell card, which destroyed the Chimera Cloth. Then it destroyed like, you know, all that attack power. Not to mention it halved his life points up to 25, so he did it twice, which was pretty cool. And, you know, the whole time Astro was like, oh, I've got no trust in you anymore, Yuma. You're such an idiot. Oh, like, you know, giving the whole drama. Like, and, you know, Yuma's like, no, friendship. And, like, he literally shouted out, no, friendship. It's like, we've got to be friends, and I did like that about it. Like, he just sort of said it how it is. It's like, but we need friendship to survive and all this crap, and couldn't help but laugh a bit inside. But they actually did another transformation, and it was, which I really did not expect, Zexal 2. Now, it looked kind of weird, actually, Zexal 2. I was like, okay, what the fuck? He's got this massive battle armor. It's bigger than the Soul. It doesn't look anything like a Saint Seiya anymore, so I guess they caught on to that, saying, you know, we need to change it. Zexal 2 gives us a chance. And this is one thing I annoyed, because he used this card effect to bring out Barion's Force, the limited one, and Vector had a card to like deactivated it. He would have, like, you know, been completely fucked up on. When he was in this like transformation, he transformed the card into a different card in his hand, which I was like, that was so stupid. If you was gonna do something like that, you could have changed the whole duel. Like, I mean, that's one thing I've hated about the Zexal transformations, is that the whole shining draw and just, you know, changing cards. It's absolutely fucking stupid. I really do hate that about because it's just like, oh, because friendship lets you make new cards. No, in the end of the day, you have to pay for the cards, and, you know, you have to deal with it that way, and it, you know, really got on my nerves like that. That really did. But it was like Numeron Force, it was called, and it turned into Hope Lay Victory, and, you know, I liked that he beat it, but it's like, at the same time, I knew how sort of this would end, that, you know, the other fights would get stopped because of this, and that, you know, really infuriated me. That was like, I want to see what these fights are. We just saw, you know, Neo Tachyon Dragon. We saw Double, I believe his name was, as well. I could see his fight against the Shark, but, you know, it got ended, and it was like, oh, we're going to continue on. Next week, so we're back on Earth now, and you know, Vector got fucked over, but he's like, I'm gonna come back for revenge, and you know, the whole darkness in your heart, you know, all that shit. Like, I actually had a look at like episode 2 and like the preview, because there was like apparently a new opening, and I was really, the new opening sounds cool, by the way. But you know, I'm gonna talk about that in episode 26 review, which is like technically 99, and then next week after that is the 100. So you know, congrats on that. I really did enjoy it, like the new opening, but it seems like we're gonna find these legendary cards now. I take it these are gonna help us combat against like the Balians, even though we've met them all. I think that we saw as well what Double looks like, and Vector as well. He's like just literally Shingetsu, but with a biker like outfit. But you know, overall it was a good episode. Like, I liked the new transformation, but you know, bullshit keeps getting in the way. That's the sad part. But let me know in the comment section what you thought about this, because I thought it was a really enjoyable episode in the end of the day. But it's all from me, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, strap that and sign out, and I'll see you next time, people.